come to the Press Award now, sponsored by Merlin in memory of Lloyd Donaldson. This is for an outstanding print article on the developing world during the past year. So let's have a look at the nominees.
Haiti. What happened next? After the earthquake in January last year, Peter Beaumont returned regularly to Haiti to chart the fortunes of 4 survivors rebuilding their shattered lives.
It's June, and the family's life has descended into a perpetual cycle of hunger and waiting. They are not starving, but are condemned to an enervating whittling away of their physical resources. The sun hits the tent at 7 a.m, making it unbearable to stay inside. Claudine, at least, is back at school, when her mother can scrape together the fees.
Real life inside Helmand. Jonathan Steele went to Helmand to report on the part British aid is playing alongside our troops in Afghanistan.
Claims that the UK and US forces, and through them the Afghan government, now control most of Helmand are exaggerated. Until you visit the area, it's hard to envisage that their presence is actually confined to a few towns in this rural province. They sit in a series of security bubbles. Local government offices are also located in guarded compounds.
The Unwanted. Joe Sacco's graphic reportage bore witness to the treatment of the thousands of sub-Saharan Africans desperate to reach Europe across the Mediterranean, who wash up on the shores of Malta.
In one notorious incident, African migrants held on to a tuna net for 2 days after their boat sank, while the Maltese fishermen towing the net refused to take them on board. The owner of the Maltese vessel didn't want to delay bringing in his catch.
A poignant piece to end on in a week in which the same newspaper exposed the appalling loss of life amongst still more migrants trying to make it to Malta and elsewhere. Well, the judges felt that Haiti, what happened next, drew together the complex strands of the aftermath of the Haiti earthquake in a clear, balanced way. It commended the thoroughness of the research based on 3 separate journeys to Haiti and for some fine descriptions and outstanding photographs. Real Life Inside Helmand challenged many assumptions about the United Kingdom's presence in Afghanistan, drawing attention to the restrictive rules for journalists in Helmand. The piece entailed great initiative, great resourcefulness, and was really well written, drawing solid, evidence-based conclusions. The graphic book style of The Unwanted was a highly original way of drawing attention to an important issue. Despite the economy of words, it offered a great deal of insight into its subject. Very well drawn and written, it managed to convey big ideas to a wide audience. To present the award, please welcome Chief Executive of Merlin, Caroline Miller.
Merlin responds to health needs in some of the most fragile contexts in the world. We work in countries such as Afghanistan, Liberia, DRC. Lloyd Donaldson was a very much loved and much valued member of our staff who died suddenly last year. Lloyd actually started as a journalist. He founded a newspaper in St. Petersburg, and he joined Merlin in 2005 and led our responses to Pakistan and Haiti, amongst other things. What really marked Lloyd out was his care for individuals. He looked out for individual staff members, but he also formed relationships with some of the people we were working with in the direst situations. We think this is a really fitting way to honour both a great journalist and a great humanitarian. And so the winner is Real Life Inside Helmand.
You know, there are several important awards for the press in covering foreign affairs, often focused on war coverage, so-called bang-bang stories. But when it comes to stories on aid and development and the way they affect politics and are affected by politics, there is really only one award that any journalist hopes to win, and that is, of course, the One World Media Award. So I'm really chuffed to have won it. And I'm really chuffed that the judges have decided to give the award to a report from Afghanistan. For people in Britain, the war has been going on for 5 years, since 2006, when British troops were first deployed there in combat. For Afghans, it's been going on for 33 years. When I first visited Afghanistan in 1981, it had already been going on for 3 years. It's been an endless civil war made worse by constant foreign intervention. And now that Osama bin Laden is dead, the main rationale for US and British intervention in 2001 has been achieved. And I just hope now that the Obama administration and our own government now take the opportunity to start negotiations with the Taliban and the other resistance movements for an end to the Afghan civil war and a complete withdrawal of foreign forces. Thank you.